Today's very special, definitely unique episode of Front Page Tech is all about smartphones that are not out yet. So there's that.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek, that's me, to another, that is you. I know you're thinking to yourself, you're like, whoa, John, why do you look so defeated today? That's because I bought a fucking tripod. I bought a tripod for a phone. This is my old beat up Galaxy S8 Plus, and I'm using it as a camera specifically for IGTV. Yes, I have other camera stuff, and we have a bunch of production equipment, but no, I bought a tripod for a phone, and I feel icky about it. So if you aren't following me on IGTV yet, I've been posting over there. You should go follow me, and maybe I won't feel so yucky. Okie doke, so story numero uno is about the Galaxy Note 9. It's scheduled to be announced on August 9th. That is obviously a ways away, but somebody reviewed it already. Of course, if you're interested, here is the review in all of its glory. As you can see, it's... What's wrong? You can't read Russian? A Russian blogger who, by the way, has a pretty long history of being able to get his paws on Samsung devices long before they're released, he did the thing. He reviewed the thing, the Note 9. So for those of you that don't read Russian, here's what we're looking at. It's the same fucking phone. It is the same as the Note 8, basically the same thing that we saw between the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy S9. Incremental changes, they expect the same thing with the Note 9, but we already knew that. The Super AMOLED display is even brighter, and the always-on display technology has been slightly upgraded. The US model will ship with a Qualcomm processor inside, and the international model will have Samsung's own Exynos chip. The starting base model will get a tiny little bump in storage, now at 128 gigawatts, and will ship with 6 gigawatts of RAM inside. But there'll be other models too that ship with up to 8 gigawatts of RAM. As for the camera, we're looking at basically the same thing that we saw in the Galaxy S9 Plus. The lens variable aperture thing, improved low light stuff, you get it. And the price will be close to last year's Note 8 at like $950-ish. So, now that we have all this information about the Note 9, I can confidently tell you, as a trusted tech analyst from my head to my testiballs, you should definitely wait for the Note 9 to come out. And then buy the Note 8. Okay, now let's talk about Apple and their phone that's not out yet, being the iPhone X Plus. They're going to apparently use LG for some of their displays. Wait, I thought we already knew this. I thought I've said this before. So after much back and forth and quality control testing, it seems that LG has finally passed the test, and Apple is willing to work with them. Reportedly, they will order like 2 to 4 million units of OLED panels from LG, specifically for the iPhone X Plus. Now, if you know anything about LG and their OLED displays, you know it's not good. We saw a ton of issues with LG's displays, specifically their OLED displays in the Google Pixel 2 XL. You might remember all the display problems we had there, the weird blue shift and the weird colors, the really washed out nature of the display itself. It was like LG took 2 sheets of glass and put shit in the middle and just went, Will that do, Google? And of course, Google was like, yeah, why not? We'll use it.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
But let's just give Apple a tiny bit of trust here and just assume that because of the fact that they're willing to move forward with LG and have them make a few OLEDs, and because of all that back and forth, that LG has now fixed some issues and they've met the requirements in terms of Apple's quality, and there won't be issues with these displays. We can just hope for the best there, but let's not get this confused. This is not Apple being super excited to work with LG, being like, yeah, your displays are awesome. We can't wait to work with you. Oh my God, LG is so great. Because that is not it. This is just them trying to negotiate a better price with Samsung. Obviously, Samsung makes Apple's current OLED displays, and this is just Apple being like, hey, listen, we're starting to work with LG. You charge us $110 for display. They don't. They charge not that. So do you think we could fix the price, or like we'll just go to LG? They're never going to go to LG, but hopefully Samsung falls for it and gives them a lower price. Okay, so we've shown you multiple times on this show The Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL, you know my thoughts, you know I'm disappointed in Google. Now we have an even better, higher quality look at the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL. And now I have an even higher quality disappointment in them. So here you go. Here's the front of both phones and then the back angle, the ass of both phones. I mean, the Pixel 3 looks all right, I guess. The bezels are really, really big though. I'm not asking for bezel-less here. I'm just asking for, I don't know, not that. And then of course the Pixel 3 XL, it's just bad. The fucking notch. I can't get over how big and how deep the notch is on this phone. And don't even get me started on the fucking face. The face that's in the notch. There's a face there and I can't unsee it. Google is supposed to be giving us their vision for Android. This is how Android should be. This is how Android should run. This is the hardware that Android should be running on. Superior hardware. But it's not superior hardware, is it, Google? It's just fucking gross. The notch is the worst notch on any phone ever. Like, how'd you pull that off? Oh no. Oh God. I feel this dark emptiness inside. It's almost like I don't care about anything Google does now. Am I losing cares? Am I losing fucks to give Google? There's only one way to know, folks. We gotta buy tickets, we gotta get on a plane right now, and we have to go to the fuck field and try to find fucks to give Google. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. And of course, I'll see you tomorrow.